Well. Back in the motherfucking building. Back in the building, man. Another day, another morning, man. 607, man. 607. We back where we started at, man. What's good, man? Y'all get on in here. I'll be right back. Be right back, man. What's good, man? I got that black rifle, man. I'm on that black rifle this morning, man. Y'all see what time it is? I'm back in the building. I ain't late this morning, although I am late. I'm a few minutes late, man, but it's all good though, man. I'm a few minutes late this morning, but better late than never. Yeah, for those that tapped in, man, salute, man. And welcome to the word of the day. The word of the day, man. Y'all gonna like this picture I paint for the word of the day. The word of the day, man. Let me get a shot of this here right quick, man. This black rifle. Shout out to Jeremy. I know you'll be in here in a few minutes. Got me a half a cup of black rifle. I can't drink it too strong because it's real strong coffee. For those that don't know what the black rifle is, man, it's a veteran coffee shop, man. And I go by there every morning, man, to give me a shot of coffee. Or, they sell bags of coffee, man, whichever you prefer, man. So, but for those that's tapping in, man, make sure you hit the like button, man, for the word of the day. And also, if you ain't never been to this channel, make sure you subscribe, man. Ain't none of that's hard, man. It's relatively easy. And what makes it so easy is it's free. Hit the like button and subscribe. It's free. It don't cost you a dime. And guess what? If you don't like it, unsubscribe and don't hit the like button. But if you're here this early in the morning, you're either here to do one or two things, man. Either here to get the word of the day or get the word of the day. I know y'all thought I was going to say something negative. That ain't the case, though, man. But anyway, welcome to the word of the day, man. The word of the day is resilience, man. Resilience, man. Do anybody know what that means? Do anybody know what that means, resilience? Come on, man. If you in the chat, you can hear me, man. Hit that. Give me a 1, man. Give me a 1 to either hit the like button, man. I know you hear me, because I can hear myself talking. And I damn so don't want to be talking to myself. So, like I said, the word of the day is resilience, man. And at some time and point in our life, we all have to be resilient, man. Because it's going to be things that come up that try to bring you down. And we've all been a part of that. But you got to be resilient enough to fight back against it, man. Yeah, you got to be resilient enough to fight back against it, man, because guess what? If you want it bad enough, you'll have the mental fortitude to fight back against whatever that comes your way, man. And, you know, and it's going to be people on the outside looking in, man, that you got to be resilient against, man. It's going to be forces coming your way, man. You know, and I ain't talking about good forces. It's going to be negative forces coming your way, man. So you got to have the power and the resilience to fight back, man. And I always like to paint a picture. Everybody here that comes to the morning show to get the morning word. I'm not going to even call it a show. It's just to get the word of the day. You know, the word of the day, like I said, man, people on the channel hear me accountable for not giving the word of the day on a consistent basis, right? So I made a vow to myself, man, you know what, man? At least I owe them that much, man. If they gonna take time out to tap in, and not on Pacific days, but in the morning time, man, because people go places in the morning, man. I know they get tired of listening to same old radio stations or the same thing they've been listening to for years and years, man. You know, sometimes a new voice, man, do things for you that you didn't think they would do for you, man. So, and I'm not the only voice on that's in the morning, man. You got people on that's in the morning, man, that's been on for years, man. So you pick and choose what you want, man. And that's a good thing about society, man. You can do as you please, and you can keep it pushing, man. You know, in other words, you can have selective hearing to the things that you want to hear, and the things that you don't want to hear, you don't have to hear, man. You know, that's just my take on that, man. But like I said, I appreciate you for tapping in, man, for the word of the day. And the word of the day is resilience, man. And you have to be resilient to do anything in life, man. In other words, you got to have the mental fortitude and you got to have the strength. Because guess what? Through your struggles is what build your strength. Through your struggles is what build your strength. And through that, it shows you your character and who you are. But you got to be resilient enough to even go through that shit, man. Because sometimes people have hardships in life and they just quit. They just throw in the towel. Why? Because they didn't have the mental fortitude or they wasn't resilient enough to fight through that. So they just gave up. And my thing is this, man, I don't think giving up is really an option, man. I think giving up is a mindset. You know, giving up is a mindset. And some people be wanting to end it all. In other words, some people want to, commit suicide and those things, right? Because they don't have the mental fortitude to adjust to a situation. And they're not resilient enough to keep going, you know? And also, man, I just really think it's important, man, that you surround yourself with people that are resilient. So some of that shit can kind of rub off on you, you know? And like they say, like the old school people say, man, show me your friends, and I'll tell you your future, right? So if you with 5 people that don't have the mental fortitude to make it to the next level, then you become the 6th. If you with a team of people that are not resilient, you add to that team. If it's 9 people that are not resilient, you become the 10th person. And that's how life works, man. So, just like I said, man, let's be resilient, man. Let's stand for something. That way we won't fall for anything, if that makes any sense, right? But let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about little sports, right? Y'all already know I like to mix sports in, man, because I believe sports bring people together, but also it can separate people, man, because sometimes people think the teams belong to them. And at the end of the day, the players and on all those teams, they get paid anyway, whether you watch it or whether you speak against them, whether it's good or whether it's bad. They've already signed the contract, so they're going to get paid anyway, right? So, man, but like I said, I'm going to talk a little baseball. I want to talk a little baseball. We all seen the baseball game last night, and for those that didn't see it, Texas Rangers won, so they advanced on to the World Series. And the reason why I'm using this analogy, man, because it's a great one to use, and it shows resilience, right? And in order to beat the champ, in order to be the best, you have to play the best. And before I move on, man, shout out to the Houston Astros, man. Hell of a team. Hell of a team. And it took a lot to beat them. You know, but at some time and point, man, if you are the champion, you're going to get challenged. And if you're not up to the challenge, you just might lose. So anyway, man, for those that's stepping in, remember what I said, to hit the like button. If you're here this morning and you're on your way somewhere, I hope you get where you're going, and I hope you return back to where you left from. But if you're here this morning, man, hit the like button, man. So anyway, man, like I said, you had two resilient teams last night play. One was a world champion, and the other was trying to get to in a position where they can become the world champion, right? So that's what it's about. But you have to be resilient enough to even put yourself in that position till you can even compete for that. So shout out, man, to the Texas Rangers, man, because it's been a long time. And can you imagine being a part of the Texas Rangers and hadn't been in that position for years? And you heard all the noise on the outside looking in, and you had to wake up every morning with that, with the critics, the ex-teammates, the people that were on teams before they got to the point to where they could say, you know what, we might be actually good enough to compete in this game, right? But it all started with resilience, man. And that's the same thing in life. You have to be resilient enough, man, to even put yourself in a position to win. But it starts with the people that you surround yourself with. Those people have to be resilient enough to even get to the next level too, right? And not only that, man, you know, we learn from different situations that we put ourselves in, whether it's a bad situation or whether it's a good situation, man. But we have to learn from those situations, man, in order to know what it takes to not to get put back in the situation. And not to say that, you know, when you're in a messed up situation. But you have to admit this here, man, that whatever you in, if it's not working, then you need to move around. You need to move around. Because some of us are not resilient enough to move on. But when we don't move on, we become just like the situation, man. So be resilient enough and have the understanding, man, that, you know, you have to surround yourself with those type of people, man. In other words, I call those type of people of value, man. And what you seen last night when the Texas Rangers celebrated that championship, from the Game 7. Oh, speaking of Game 7, that's why I say every day is Game 7. And last night was Game 7. Do you know the amount of pressure it takes to win a Game 7 on somebody else's home floor? You have to go in there razor sharp as a professional and put all your differences to the side to be able to stay razor sharp and to be able to come out of there with a W. That's what I mean by being resilient. being resilient, because you're not gonna always be on your home court trying to win. Sometimes you have to take your show on the road. And going on the road requires a certain level of mental fortitude, which some people don't have. Let me say that again, which some people don't have. Shout out to those that do have mental fortitude and resilience that they exercise in their life every day. Because you have to be resilient out here in society, man. Because there's so much rejection and there's so many things that can reject you that would propel you in the wrong direction, man. And once that happens, you lose confidence. Once that happens, you lose confidence. And that's real. But like I say, man, resilience, man, shows just what your character and who you are, man. You know, and it don't mean the Texas Rangers gonna go to the next level and win a World Series, man. But what it did show in this series right here, that they are capable of coming together and understanding that it takes a team. It takes a team to achieve a goal. So, like I said, man, you just gotta understand the meaning and where I'm coming from, man. The word resilience and what it means, right? And everybody don't have resilience. Everybody don't have what it takes to come together and to be able to accomplish one goal. You know, you'll hear a lot of people saying, me, right? But Tom Brady didn't win 7 Super Bowls by himself. He had to understand that resilience counts. And he had to have the mental fortitude to be able to understand and to be able to lead a team of people to be all on one accord. That's what it means by resilience and being able to have the mental fortitude to get to the next level, man. But in order to be the best, you gotta wrestle with the best. Let me say that again. In order to be the best, you have to beat the best. And the Houston Astros were considered the best team in that division. Why? Because they was world champions. They was world champions. But we all know, on any given day, people can lose. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Plexico. Shout out to you this morning, man, for being in the chat. That's one thing I can say about you, man. Regardless of whether people look at you as a troll or you gonna always mentally challenge a person, man. So welcome to Plexico for coming in the chat, man. You welcome over here anytime, man. I give you that. I give you that, man. I accept that too, man. So shout out to you, man, for showing up. So give it time I had to be resilient, right? Time I had to be resilient, man, is when I fuck with that Mexican shit. When I thought I was disrespecting somebody, man. And I had to be resilient enough and have the understanding, man, that you know what? Everybody ain't gonna stand for that shit, man. Everybody ain't gonna stand for it. But at the end of the day, that's what I said. You have to understand you and your position. Oh yeah, it was funny to me too. It was funny to me too. But guess what? It was only funny to me afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It was only funny to me afterwards, but I tell you what I didn't do. I didn't go get a group of motherfuckers to try to assist me in a matter to where I was responsible for. That's me holding me accountable. I didn't go get a group of people or bring a group of people, involve a group of people, right? I accepted that L and kept it pushing, man. But at the end of the day, guess what I did though? I learned from that. And that's what it's about. You have to learn from mistakes. That everybody ain't who you think they are. And still to this day, shout out to Abel, man. That's my partner. Shout out to Abel, man. And later on, we became like that. But that's me looking at a situation and judging it for something that it wasn't. So you ain't gonna have too many people to get on here to tell you that shit. No, because they gonna try to hide their hand. I ain't gonna do that because I'm who I am, and don't know one situation make me, you know. But you know, we can look at that for what it is and move on, because guess what? I will say this: after that in which that happened, a motherfucker never looked at me any different because they knew who I was. Like I say, you have to understand, in order to beat the best, you have to get in the ring with the best. And ain't no rules in that shit. In other words, you just got to get it like you live. In that case, that's what happened. So anyway, man, that's just one of the times I had to show resilience, man. You know, but you have to show that shit every day, and you have to have the mental fortitude to understand. You know what, man? I need to get out the way. You know, I need to get out of the way, man. If I don't want what comes with certain situations, you have to get out of the way, man. But you know, it don't happen like that. Because in today's time, man, people live for other people, man. You know, people live to impress other people, even though they know they're gonna lose in the situation they're in. But people live to you know, satisfy other people, man. I don't do that, man. I don't do that. You know, and for somebody that's looking in and don't know what it really is, on the outside, they might say different, you know. But I'm not here to impress, man. I'm who I am for real, man. I'm the same every day. Whether you challenge me or whether you don't. And just like right now, when Plessico came on, I don't even know if that's your real name. Really, I don't give a fuck. But when you came on here, and you've been on here for quite some time, and you ask questions and you want to know, that don't mean I'm gonna disrespect you. I ain't gonna do no shit like that. If I can answer it, I'm gonna answer it. If I don't want to answer, I ain't gonna answer it. But we'll never be in a position to where, oh, that test, that motherfucker wore me out, man. That motherfucker wore me out, and to be honest, I barely passed that bitch, man. I ain't ready for that shit, man. I'm not ready for that. You got to understand that it's different. The world is different levels of distractions, man. And you pulled in 100 places at one time, man. And for me to be sitting in a motherfucking business class that I'm trying to accomplish, I don't even have to go there, man. It's just me. It's something I want to do. You know, it's something I want to do. So anytime there's something that you want to do, that shit gonna be inconvenience, man. I want to be doing other shit. But I understand that in order for me to achieve what I'm trying to achieve in the situation I'm in now, I have to be there. I have to be there. And it don't say that I'm gonna pass every fucking test I take, you know? But I'm resilient enough to understand, hey, you paid money to be here. So this is where you at. You know, anytime you invest money in some shit, you ain't going nowhere too fast, but it's easy to walk away when shit is for free. You know, it's easy to walk away. Why you think people come in on this YouTube shit and people subscribe and they leave? Because it's easy to do that. It's nothing involved. There's no money involved. So people got a tendency to walk away when it's not nothing involved, you know? And I think that's where people get the misconception that about I'm subscribed to your channel. That shit is free, man. You can walk away at any time you get ready. You don't even have to look back, man. You know, and that's real. What's up, Scott, man? For those, like I said, Scott just tapped in, man. So, man, the word of the day, man, for this morning, man, is resilience, man. You know, you have to be resilient in your everyday life, man. You know, and you have to surround yourself with a team of people that bring value to your life, man. But not only that, a team of people that are resilient, man, and help you in your stage and your development and becoming resilient. Because people don't wake up with that mental fortitude, you know, because it's the proof is in the pudding, you know. And we all know a lot of people, man, that are not mentally equipped to be resilient. We all know that, man. So like I said, man, if you just not coming in, man, just like a subscriber, man. It's free. Hit the like button, man. If you were here this morning at 6:32, we are all here, man. Hit the like button. That shit is free, man. It don't cost nothing. You can walk away, it don't cost nothing, or you can stay, it don't cost nothing. But if you're here, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real. So like I say, anyway, man, resilience, man. You got to be resilient enough to understand, man, that challenges gonna come your way, man. You know, either you accept it or you don't, man. But the shit don't matter. It's all the same, man. You know, it's all the same, man. And that's real. It's all the same. And that's for real, man. I see Loco in the building, man. I ain't mad at you, man. I swear I ain't, man. You got the people thinking I'm mad at you. I ain't mad at you, man. I swear I ain't, man. For those that don't know Loco, man, you know, he the one got people thinking I'm mad at him, man. I ain't mad at you, man. You don't never see me being mad, man. And you can type whatever you want. I'm gonna show it. Look it up. See how I show that, man? That shows you I ain't mad. I ain't mad at you. And I ain't gonna never disrespect you. You can disrespect me all day. But you'll never see me talking to you like that. That shows you I ain't mad at you. You only mad at me, which is cool. But anyway, like I said, man, that game last night, it showed resilience, man, of the Texas Rangers. They showed up, won, moving on to the next level. Whether they win or whether they lose, they took care of the business last night. And if they was quitters, they would have quit when the motherfucking score was 5-4, when they lost 5-4. But they didn't do that. Do you know how much shit they had to take when they lost that lead from 4-2 to 5-4? Do you know how much shit they had to take? Do you know how many people that was in their ear? Can you imagine being a professional player and getting paid all that money and had to put up with all that shit from the people in the media? Can you imagine that? People ain't never seen that type of level of pressure. That's real pressure when you have to come up to the plate and you got 3 motherfucking strikes and you out. That's why I say every day have to be game 7, man. Every day. They can't wake up and be game 7 a day and tomorrow is different, because you're gonna get different challenges on every day, man. But you have to be mentally equipped, man. Guess what? Remember I said this. Everything ain't worth speaking on. It's really not. Because the minute you put yourself in that position to where you have to speak on everything that somebody say, then you become that person, man. So, in other words, what I'm saying, that's a moral victory, man, for anybody on the outside looking in. Let them have that shit, man. That's free. That's free. It don't cost nothing to make somebody feel good, man. It don't cost shit to make nobody else feel good. There's enough people to do all of that shit with, man. I ain't one of them. I don't have enough time in the day, man. So when it comes to that, they beat me all day. I lose on that. I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough energy for that shit. If I exert my energy in trying to entertain a thought, I lose, man. So it's an easy win with me. And that's for real. But anyway, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, Plexico, man, for even coming in this morning, man, and asking me that shit, man. I ain't never been scared to tell you when I lost, because a loss or a win don't make me, and it shouldn't make nobody, man. You should accept the challenge and embrace it, man, whether you win or whether you lose. Because guess what, at the end of the day, when you leave this motherfucking earth, Nobody gonna care about how many losses you got or how many wins you got. Your ass is gone. As simple as that. That's the way you have to look at that. And every day you wake up, you get that much closer to being put in that fucking casket, man. So that's how you gotta look at that, man. And never be afraid, man. Never ever be afraid to accept the challenge, man. Especially when it's fucking mental, man. All this shit in society is mental, man. Every day you wake up, it's a mental challenge, man. Whether you're here, whether you're in the streets, whether you're in the office, whether you're in the classroom, all that shit is mental, man. But you have to have the mental fortitude to be able to adjust, man, and keep going, man. And that's for real. And that's what I got. I got the mental fortitude to keep going. That's why I tell somebody, you can talk about me all fucking day, disrespect me all day, that shit don't bother me. I'm past that. Really, I ain't never been like that. But when you have a mental fortitude to accept that shit, you know how to understand. You can separate that in which what is real and the shit that somebody's saying. The only remote control to me is me. I govern me. I govern me. People in society don't govern me. I move when I want to move. And when you become like that, then guess what? Then your maturity level is up here, man. And then you can do just like an eagle, man. You can look down on that shit, man. And it doesn't mean no big you and no small limb. It just means, guess what? It's no growth in their situation or in their life. You know, and I'll be damned if I come back there. That's me playing me out of pocket. Way too smart for that. You should have called me when I was in 9th grade. And you could have upsetted me. You could have upsetted me. But I'm way too intelligent now, it's too late. My mental fortitude is too big. So guess what, man? Resilience, man. Practice that shit, man. If you practice resilience, then you can become who you want to become, man. And that's real. Just like the Texas Rangers, they going to the World Series. So paint that picture in your head, man. For 12 years, they were denied the fact that they was going to even be in a position to compete with that shit, right? But here they are now, going where people say they wasn't going to go. So that's real pressure. That's real pressure. That's why you got to keep pushing on, man. And that's facts. Don't let the outside noise bother you, man. Don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. So, man, like I say, Loco, I got love for you, man. I ain't mad at you. So you can say whatever you want to say about me. I still got love for you. You can shame me and do all that other shit, man. I still got love for you. And whatever situation you in, you will come out of it, man. You'll come out of it, man. You'll come out of it, man. But I'm not here to discuss you, man. I'm not here to discuss you. I'm never going to discuss that, man. Because you are what you are, and I'm who I am. And my mental fortitude is like this, man. So I can accept anything anybody say, man. It's not just you. It's a million motherfuckers feel the same way, you know, with the motherfucking profanity language, all that shit. But I'm never ever gonna go back that way. I don't do that. I don't operate like that. If I do that, that means me being weird. And that's not me. So I'm not gonna get out of character, man. I'm gonna smile every motherfucking day. I don't have shit to be sad about, man. I don't have nothing to be sad about, man. And that's for real, man. But resilience is the word of the day. Mental fortitude. Have that. Have that. And you'll be able to get past any situation, man. And there's no pressure in society, man. People can't even imagine real pressure. The real pressure, guess where it's at? The real pressure is in your mind. That in which what you put on yourself. That's the pressure. When you begin to realize, understand, people in society, man, that's what they want. They want you to put pressure on yourself so you can react to every fucking situation, man. I've been figured that shit out. It's easy. It's easy. Stay true to who you are. But the minute you get outside of who you are, society wins and you lose. That means you playing yourself out of pocket. You don't even have to do that. All you have to do is stay true to who you are. Stay true to who you are. Because the minute people see that they got you in a stronghold or in a situation, they gonna demonstrate that shit, man. And you give those people in those situations leverage. Why give a situation leverage? It don't make sense. You don't have to give a situation leverage, man. Win. They win, you lose. It's easy. A moral victory has never accomplished shit, man. That's why I say, you win, I lose. Whoever, they win, I lose. If that satisfies anybody's mental thought, man. I'm whoever you say I am. Thank you. I don't do no tripping, man, but don't expect me to do that other shit, man, because it ain't happening, man. I wouldn't be who I am if I do that. That means the day I do that, I become fucked up and don't understand where the fuck I'm going. My shit is structured, man. My whole life is structured. I've structured my shit. Nobody else has structured my life. I structured my shit. Cause I understand when I leave this bitch, whether it's fucked up or whether it's not fucked up, ain't nobody leaving with me. And I think people forget that shit. The friends you make on this fucking earth, they don't love you like that. They don't love you enough to jump in that fucking motherfucking casket with you and go wherever you going. They don't do that. So I think that's the part people miss. I think that's the part people miss. People come into your life for a reason, not a season. Understand that. In the very first minute that it's gone, they gone. And there's no bounce back for you. Simple as that, man. You know, we can talk bullshit all day or we can talk real shit all day. It's either or. I can adjust to whatever situation it is, man. On whatever end of the field it go on, I can adjust to it. So, like I say, man, y'all stay up, stay free, man. Shout out to the Houston Astros for competing last night. Shout out to the Texas Rangers for overcoming a situation that people thought they would never overcome. Like I say, resilience is the key to life. And that's what people should use, man. Quit worrying about what other people saying and work on your mental fortitude, man. Work on your mental fortitude. And I'm not saying that shit because I'm the smartest person in the room. If I am, we in trouble. If me and my word is the smartest person in the room, then we in fucking trouble. We in trouble. It takes a team to win a championship. It just all depends on what team you are on. It all depends on what team you are on. And it's gonna take people in your life to help you to get where you going. And all of us ain't gonna get there. All of us ain't gonna get there. And the reason why that, because you can't get rid of the me mentality. I did this, so I did that. If that was the case, like I said, TB12 would not have 7 Super Bowl rings. Hell of a quarterback, but he couldn't throw that motherfucker and catch it at the same time. But the minute you figure that out, everybody'll be all right. So like I said, man, for the record, I ain't got shit against nobody, man. And for those that speak fucked up about me, salute you, man. But you'll never ever catch me speaking the same way about you. And it's not cause I'm intimidated. Not by far. It's just my mental fortitude is so big and the shit has grown so high. I understand I ain't got time to waste because every morning you wake up, you get this much closer to dying. So figure that out, man. Salute.